Well, what a lot of shit that was. God, like, it was bad enough inside Old Trafford. It was even worse outside. Thunderstorms, nightmare trying to get out, absolute carnage at Old Trafford. There wasn't much carnage on the pitch. That was probably one of the most boring games of football I've watched all season, and there's been some absolute crap this season. Manchester United are just shit. Look, we knew that today was going to be difficult. We knew that Arsenal were a better side. We knew that we were going to struggle because of the team selection, the injuries, not having better players on the pitch. It was good to see Ahmad. It was a game that really looked like an end-of-season game. Arsenal looked lethargic. Both teams looked tired. Maybe it was the heat. Pretty much 3/4 of the way through that game until the Evans opened, it just looked unbearable. Like, we'd not seen Son in about 5 bleeding years, and it just looked like the players couldn't handle it. It was shit from both sides. But one thing Arsenal do, and they gave us the ball when they did have the ball, when we got the ball off Arsenal, one thing Arsenal do is defend very, very well. They are the best defence in the league for a reason. They are going to win that Golden Glove easily for a reason. It's because they defend as a team and they're organised. That can't be said for Manchester United. Now, I know we've got players playing out of position. I know we've got Casemiro playing at centre-back. I know we've got full-backs that are swapping and changing from side to side, week in, week out. Evans isn't really fit, and he showed it again there today. Manchester United right now, though, are not doing the basics. Casemiro and Wan-Bissaka, single-handedly, or double-handedly, if you want to call them both in this together, lost Man United that game. Arsenal weren't creating much. They were the better side overall, I would say, but we had more possession. But Arsenal gave us the ball. We slipped up at the back. Casemiro, that is unforgivable. To be that lethargic walking out and getting and playing everybody on side is an absolute joke. It really is. And in part 2 of that, Wan-Bissaka, to not track his man and allow Trossard just to run inside him. Never mind outside him, inside him. And then the second phase of that, Casemiro standing still as Trossard comes in, and Arna not committing to a save and just standing there waiting to see and then reacting when it's too late. Just the usual Manchester United. It's no surprise that this is going to be the worst season ever defensively for Manchester United. The most amount of defeats, that's 14 now. That is just farcical. It's a joke. But the defence, we're going to concede more goals than any other season. We've conceded more shots than any other season. You can see it there on the pitch. Why? We just don't know what to do with the ball. We're not clinical enough when we get half chances. That we've not really created ourselves, and more from luck. I've said a million times that Manchester United just score worldies here and there and get moments in games. Well, Arsenal today played us perfectly. They played us like a bottom of the league team would play us. They just gave us the ball, sat back, didn't do too much, reserved energy, didn't overexpand, and looked in complete control in first gear from start to finish. I'd say it wasn't an absolute disaster class for United by any stretch of the imagination. There's been worse games this season, definitely more horrible performances. Today, without Bruno, without Rashford, United actually looked a little bit organised, looked like they were up for the fight. I cannot slag off the commitment of the players, but when the players are just not good enough and they don't have a plan from the sidelines, then you're going to get games like that where Arsenal fans were just singing all the way through the game in complete comfort, knowing that Manchester United had nothing. Rasmus Højlund looks out of his depth. Garnacho, one of the better players on the pitch, through his energy and his endeavour, but his decision-making is just poor. He's not making the right decisions when it comes to that killer instinct moment. Ahmad was our best player. Now he's gone off injured as well. Another disaster there. Amrabat, probably our best midfielder, ahead of Wainu and Scott McTominay. When we're talking like Amrabat, who is not good enough for this league and is leaving at the end of the season being better than the likes of Mainu and Scott McTominay, then we're really scraping the barrel. We're at a stage now in the season where it's just a complete loss. Like, we're just absolutely shit. There's nothing in it. And the players look like they just want the season to end. The players look like the season is over. They just want that curtain drawing and everyone forgetting about this season. Let's put it behind us and let's start again. Where us fans have to just suffer and endure what is just real inadequacies all over the park. United are just embarrassing right now. I just heard someone come up on the radio there, then an Arsenal fan, saying, I never thought I'd feel sorry for Manchester United. The rest, well, he made a joke about it, but you can feel that. You can feel like these opposition teams coming to Old Trafford now just feel sorry for us. It's an absolute nightmare right now to be a United fan when we're being bantered from left, right and centre by anybody who comes to Old Trafford. It has been a record-breaking season for United. We've got one more game here at Old Trafford. God knows if the players are even going to get to do a lap of honour. I mean, if I was them, I would say, no, forget it. Forget it. Oh, God, I don't know. Like, literally, it's been a nightmare from start to finish. Like, from the kick-off, we looked like we weren't up for it, to the boringest game I've ever watched in my life, to then walking out of Old Trafford in a thunderstorm. Oh, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss with this team, going through it all there. Like, I've said it, I think I've mentioned every single player and what they did today. Dalot deserves the credit. And at the end of the day, we're scratching, looking around for anything to talk about. We just know that it's over. And the players do too. And sadly, that's Man United's season. Sadly, that's what we have to now accept as Manchester United fans. Are you willing to accept that, though? Get your comments in below. Sorry about the lack of fan vlogs, guys. It's just not safe. There's a full-on thunderstorm going outside. I can't risk anybody else. I'm just going to get mine up. I will be back for a live show tonight as well, though. So we're going to go through everything properly there and then. But that's my instant reaction from what has been a bit of a washout.